Hi. So I'm in my I'm in okay. I have to fill you guys in a few things. First of all, I had um it's been 24 hours and I've been traveling. I was traveling in a train, so I did have sleep and stuff, so it's fine. But I have been, oh my god, I feel like sneezing. I have been one second, I'm just checking something. Yeah. So I have been traveling, and first of all, I'm recording this on my phone. Um, Funny thing is that it's funny because I'm recording it using my earphones. I got new earphones because my old ones melted. I'm not sure if I said this, but I have new earphones, and they sounded pretty good. So, wait, is this? Wait. 1 second. I need to check if the audio recording. Oh, I just realized the audio is recording using my phone's mic, not my earphones. That's funny, but I need to remove. I hope I remember to remove the whistle. But the reason I'm making this audio is I've been thinking about something and I want to talk about it. So first of all, tomorrow is my interview. I'm currently in a hotel, and tomorrow is my interview. I don't know what else to say. I'm a bit worried. I found beautiful, just right on time. I think Pillow Talk Audio is the best place, anyways, to be when you are like stressed or something. And I found this beautiful audio by Art Independent 2270. Beautiful audio. I believe her name is S. Like she has S written on her thing, and she has a YouTube channel as well. I'll read. I think it's Serene Audio. Yes, Serene Audio. SERINAUDIO. No gaps in between. Um. So 1 second. So um, and I was saying I mentioned that because her audio was like comforting for. I think it was everything will be fine kind of audio, and it was really helpful, calmed me down a bit. But I making this audio because when I was on train, I was like half asleep, and when you're half asleep, you have. I mean, I have. I don't know if you do, but when I'm half asleep, I have like these crazy like train of thoughts, and one of them I want to share with you, which is about Yor. So first of all, spoilers for Spike's family coming up ahead. I don't think I give any major story spoilers, just character spoilers. But um, we have Yor Briar. If you have never figured out, my name is Swap Briar. Swap is part of my real name, so it's one part of my first name. The Briar comes from Yor. I don't know. I don't know if that's childish or stupid, but well, that's what it is. I think you can hear me like getting prepared for sneeze. I might not post this audio. I'll also say this if you're listening to this. I don't know why I say this. Every time I say this, it doesn't make sense because either I'll post the audio and people will hear what doesn't make any sense, or people won't hear the audio. Which why am I saying it then? But anyways, so Yor Briar. Okay, I have notes. I wrote notes before I started this because I knew I'll need them. So Yor Briar. If you don't know, I'll give a brief, as spoilerless, uh, brief of her character, which is she's a secret assassin. She's an assassin for a very like secretive organization called the Garden, and her assassin name is Thorn Princess, which I believe has to do with her name Yor Briar. I think Briar means like thorns or princess. I'm forgetting which. So Yor Briar, she, I think most people who see her would agree that she's dumb or stupid or something like this. I'll come back to this, but as she's an assassin, she's really powerful, like really strength wise, physical, raw, brute strength, she's powerful. And I think there could not be a better person. There could not be a more perfect character to wield the most power in the series. And the reason I say this is she is the most caring, sweet, and polite person ever. There's a scene in the anime, in the manga. I have read both. I have read the manga. I stopped reading a while ago, but I might start again. I'm just bad at like following up with the series based thing, like stuff that release like every week or something. But basically, there's a scene where she has to assassinate a few people, and she apologizes to them before assassinating them. And overall, if you saw her, you would never imagine that she is someone who can kill you in an instant. She's the sweetest person ever, and she is very responsible as well. I think she teaches her daughter, her fake daughter, again spoilers, but she teaches her daughter to fight, and her daughter gets into a fist fight with someone, and she tells her that this is the last resort. Your power, your strength, that should never be used ever. Like it should be the last resort, and it should only ever be used to protect other people from harm. Like she tells her daughter that the only correct situation to use this is to protect yourself or to protect someone else from harm. So this is my first argument about Yor, that she is the perfect person to hold this power. That she will always be selfless about it and never use it for her benefit. Never. Like literally the only times she uses the power is to protect other people. That's it. Or accidentally. That's also one thing which again kind of seems like she is dumb. But um I think if you calling her dumb is like calling, I don't know, calling Gordon Ramsay a bad singer. Like how does it matter? It doesn't matter if she is a bad, if he's a bad singer. That's not what he's known for. And you're calling her dumb is just missing the whole point of a character, because she's not dumb. She's, I would say, pure hearted. Everything in her head, like she has to lie to certain people to protect her identity, to protect them. But other than that, she almost never lies to anyone. She almost always just says whatever is in her mind, and it's usually very endearing. Like she's always afraid of losing people around her or hurting other people. There's this scene where I think her daughter, by the way, her daughter knows that she's an assassin, but she doesn't know that her daughter knows. Her daughter is a mind reader. So I think her daughter is like, we have to find out about our parents' jobs. Like her school told her to do a research on what her parents do, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't tell her. And she just starts imagining that she's taking her daughter to one of those assassination missions, and she's like teaching her, oh, you should cut this part to do this, and all of it. Like it's really funny, but it kind of shows that she doesn't think, to deceive other people, or she doesn't try to manipulate other people. I think she sees the good in everyone. She always tries to see the positive in every situation and tries to see the good in every people. She assumes that the person she in front of her is always going to be good. Like she never assumes, or she's never skeptical of other people, which again people might think is dumb. The funny thing is there was a research or a experiment conducted a while ago in I believe it was History TV 18. Like they showed it. Of course, it's TV, so it could be like manipulated. But I remember the results being basically it was like a few people were asked if you trust people easily or if you are skeptical, and then they were divided into two groups. And without their knowledge, a few scammers would like come to them and try to get them to sign up for something, and the people who said that they are more skeptical were more likely to fall for it, and they fell for it more than the people who said they trust other people. And I think it's because when you trust more and more people, you start realizing who you can trust and who you can't trust. Like you gain the experience. But that's beside the point. My point is that Yor sees the good in people, and given the strength that she has, she can always make people do what she wants. And there's a scene, there are at least there's one scene, there might be more than one, I think there is two scenes, I'll mention both of them to you, where she imagines herself using her power for you know her selfishness, and she's like immediately she throws that thought away, like no, I can't do this, like a like a intrusive or impulsive thought, whichever one you prefer, whichever one is correct, I'm not sure. I guess it would be intrusive because she's uh, repulsed by those thoughts. And I'll tell you both the reasons of her selfishness. The first one is more comical. This is the one that chronologically comes second, which is again spoilers, but which is there is her daughter needs to get in this school, right, in this very prestigious school, and there are a few students who are basically she didn't get the way in, but she's in the waiting list, so only like two or three people have to, I think only one person has to leave the school or like cancel their admission, and then she'll get in. And she's thinking in her head, it would be so easy to just go and kill all of them, but she immediately is like no, I can't do this, this is insane, I need to throw this thought away from my head. The second one, which chronologically comes first, is a bit more sad, where this is the first time she and her fake husband meet, and her husband is kind of late, and she gets taunted by one of her colleagues a lot. She gets taunted for many reasons, like you're alone, everyone is like enjoying the time, and she's like constantly taunting her for one reason or the other. And during that she thinks it would be so easy to just kill everyone right now, but then she's like no, I can't do this. And every time she says no, I am also doing this, she shakes her head left and right. What I do when I have thoughts like this, I mean not thoughts like this, but like when I have like a thought that I don't want in my head, I just close my eyes. With my hand I do a crumpling motion and throw it behind me over my shoulder. So like I imagine the thought, like whatever image is in my head, because I think visually, I crumple it and I throw it behind me in a dustbin or something, and then I burn the dustbin in my head. That's just what I imagine happening. But my point is that I relate to her a lot with all of these things. You know, um, obviously I don't have any power like her, but you're still imagining these things, right? And then bringing yourself back to the moral alignment that you have set for yourself, that this is not correct, this is not the right way to do things, even if you can do it, this is not the right way, right? And obviously power is a different thing, but in life you do get choices, right, where you have the option to bypass the system or lie, cheat your way through, And I think in those moments, these thoughts are more likely to come, at least to me. But I try to know. I mean, I have almost always done the same thing, that no, we do it properly, right? No cheating, no deceiving other people, no taking other people's advantage. I just realized you can overwrite recordings. I just realized you can override recordings, which is nice. I can go back and edit out certain parts, like right now in the voice recording app, which is nice. Anyways, as I was saying, um, so these are the few things with Yor. I think she's pure-hearted. She never tries to deceive, or she always tries to help people whenever she can. And I'll end on this final point, which I think is very interesting. And I have been I might have mentioned this in one of my audios, but I have been kind of going back and forth on this, which is what makes you angry. I think I mentioned this, that what I found was when someone doesn't take care of something that I love. Now that can range from people to passion. So my passion is video games, video game design, and people. So when I find out that someone I love hasn't been treated properly, that makes me angry. If I see people making bad video games, that makes me angry. Obviously, the second one, I don't really show it, but it does make me angry. Hi, I was just recording this audio and editing this audio, and I thought I should clarify what I mean by getting angry at people. I don't actually get angry at people when they make bad video games. It's more that I'm passionate about video games. So when I see people making bad video games, I'm always like, oh, these people could be doing so much better, right? And of course, I don't think it's right to get angry at someone for doing something badly, especially when they are doing something artistic, like making a video game. I think in the moment I was just trying to make a point, so I just went with it. But yeah, I wouldn't really get angry at someone if they made a bad video game or something. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the audio. And I think I'm realizing this slowly, but this is a very interesting and very good indicator of what kind of person someone is, to see what makes them angry. For example, Lloyd, who is your husband, you don't see him angry that often. This is true for both of them, to be honest. But he gets angry, like really, like angry, when not. I guess he really gets angry when someone's life is in danger, or someone gets something doesn't go according to plan. One of the moments that I remember him being angry is when his daughter fails all of the exams, and she just goes crying in her room. And he's a nice guy, so he goes after her, he says sorry, he takes care of her. But he does get angry over stuff like that as well, when something that he planned doesn't go like he planned, doesn't go according to the plan. Other places include when someone is being, someone is opposing him directly. But Yor, as I said, even in the scenario where she was getting taunted, she didn't really get angry at Camellia, her name is, and they become like pretty close friends as well over time, right? But and Camellia gets angry over stupidity and naiveness, which you can guess. Yor is very naive, at least. I'm holding my word. I'm not calling her stupid, but she is naive. I'll give everyone that. But Yor, when does Yor get angry? So I'll recount. I remember one, I remember two, I do remember three, but that one doesn't count because she was drunk. So we will discount the drunk one. I'll still recount what it is, but I'll discount it for now. So there are two moments and three. Okay, there are three total moments where she, in all of her consciousness, gets super angry, and I'll recount all three of them. And I remember three of them very vividly because she looks lovely when she's happy, when she's crying. I have so many. screenshots and manga panels of her just crying because she just looks so cute when she's crying. Her, I call her turnip head in my head because her head is like a turnip for me. I don't know why. I don't know if turnips look like that, but um, she's very, she's very cute, and her eyes are just amazing. But okay, I I, I was talking about her looks, right? So she looks very cute in every scenario, but she looks gorgeous when she's angry. So the first case, I'm thinking if I should go out of order, and I'm trying to remember what are the times she gets angry. Okay, so she has. I'm going out of order. She has been sent to a job again. Spoilers. So she has been sent to a job, an assassin job, where um, she has to take care of. So basically, the anime is set in, or the manga is set in a world where there are two countries fighting against each other, right? Basically, world at war kind of situation. Come to think, not that different from our current situation, but so some of the politicians, actually, one of the politicians, I'm not sure, I think he might have died or something. His wife and son, they are fleeing, and Yor has been assigned to protect her. The funny thing is, when the wife or the madam, whatever, she sees Yor for the first time, she's like, "Is this girl going to take care of me?" Because she doesn't really look like a fighter or anything, but and her family has been sent to the same. It's a coincidence, but her family gets sent to the same boat. Now, also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but her husband is a secret spy. Everyone is, the whole plot is basically everyone is keeping secrets from each other, right? So she's a spy. Lloyd is sorry, she's an assassin. Lloyd is a spy, and their fake daughter, orphan, who is Anya, she is a mind reader. So um, she suddenly they are attacked. Just Yor and the woman and her child. Yor tries to protect them and sends them somewhere like safe, but they are closing in, and Yor fights them. And at one point, she like breaks her heel or something, or basically she's like close to being defeated. And at that point, and up to this point, she has been fighting with vigor, but she is still afraid. But at this point, when she realizes that this might be the last thing that she does, she gets like, she collects all of her remaining power, and she gets this angry like look on her face, and basically says that you are not going to get through me to hurt someone. And yeah, obviously she wins after that, but this is the one time that she gets angry. This is the last time that she gets angry so far in the season. Then uh, another time she gets angry, both of the times she gets angry actually, is when she is taking care of her daughter and her daughter gets attacked by someone. So once her daughter gets attacked by a terrorist, and once her daughter gets attacked by a couple of like mugs or something like that, and both of the time she just basically barks at them and just scares them away. Like, the mugs, she looked scary enough to just scare them away, and she was super angry. And the terrorists did try to fight her, but obviously, like, when she's angry and not holding back, you can't really fight her. She's already powerful than everyone in the, at least in my head, she's already powerful than everyone. So it's only a matter of whether or not she chooses to use that. And these are the only three times. So two times is to save her daughter, and one time because she is trying to protect someone else. Never, like, she gets taunted, she gets bullied to a degree, she is oftentimes, very vulnerable, but she never uses her power for herself. It's always for the people. Or accidentally. I said accidentally. I'll mention which one. It's like, for example, one time one of Anya's friends, and keep in mind Anya is like a preschooler or something. One of Anya's friends is trying to impress Lloyd, a fully grown man, and Yor doesn't understand this, or Yor understands this but still goes along with it, which is crazy. And to impress him, what she does is, I mean, to impress him, Lloyd, what Anya's friend, whose name is Becky, what she decides to do is, one of those hammer things that you, what do you call it? The hammer strength test thing. There's a hammer, there's a big ass meter or something, and you hit on it and it gives you a number, right? She tries that. Obviously she can't even lift the hammer. Your things, okay, I'll help her, sure, why not? She goes there, she picks up the hammer with one hand, by the way, very lightly. She lightly taps, I mean, looks like it. She just puts down the hammer on top of the thing. She thinks that Becky is going for the prize, like she wants to give the prize to Lloyd. So she's like, okay, I'll win the prize for you. She puts the hammer down and the machine just breaks. And yours like, oh shit, I used too much power. And she always gives like bad excuses. And this guy who is supposed to be this spy, like he's supposed to be like this very intelligent spy with like all this knowledge, like, he just can't deduce that Yor is not a normal person. But whatever, so this is one of the times, right? And again, like, she doesn't care that, I mean, who would care if a preschool is trying to go for your husband? But she tries to help her with that, thinking that, oh, she'll get some confidence or whatever, which is insane. But yeah, she's really nice, kind-hearted. And I said I'll tell you about the time she was drunk. So Anya is trying to get this whole basically theme party of Lloyd saving her, right? So he sets up this whole castle kind of thing, and the plot is that Anya has been kidnapped and by one of the Lloyd's friends, and he has to go save her. And at the very end, Lloyd's friend sends drunk Yor to protect them. And drunk Yor, I'm not sure what goes in her head. She gets drunk very quickly, by the way. She gets drunk in like one cap of alcohol and she drinks the whole bottle every time she drinks. So she gets drunk and she goes out and she doesn't understand that's Lloyd or something, I'm not sure, but she is like full on fighting mode. She's like, if you want to go to Anya, you'll have to fight through me. And she just kicks Lloyd's ass completely. The only reason she loses is because her heel breaks and she slips and falls and and just falls on the ground. But that's I love Spike's family so much. I love Yor so much. How Yor gets so little screen time for being one of the three main characters, and I still watch the whole series just for her. And every scene with Yor, she's either nervous, crying with happiness, or angry. And I just mentioned all the angry scenes to you. So my point was, I just started standing for Yor, but my point was that her being like this, first of all, it's relatable, right? I think, especially in a fictional character, when I see someone, I guess I said especially because usually you don't really get to see someone's inner thoughts in real life, but seeing someone try to do the same things and try to have the same moral compass as you, and also struggle, because it is a struggle, because I do try to help everyone. I do try to be selfless. I If I could, I would be selfless all the time. And by selfless, I try to mean truly selfless, where there's no, because I think I've always thought this. People always talk about helping other people, and how the world is so bad and how things need to change, but no one, at least in my surroundings, no one really does that. No one really takes the step. So I thought, okay, I will take the step. I will do whatever it makes to make my surroundings better, to make other people feel like, yeah, this is a place where anyone can feel safe. So see your do some similar things, right? It makes me really happy. And when I see, I might have said this whole argument before, but seeing her be so selfless, especially in terms of like her power and anger. As I said, this was one of the points I was thinking, how someone being angry kind of shows what kind of person they are. I think it is a very touching moment for me. But yeah, anyways, it's half an hour. I didn't expect it to be this long. But I hope you're doing well. This audio will be phone recorded, so not the quality won't be that good. I listened to it once. I don't have my I don't have my really good headphones. I just have these earphones, which are also good. But I'll try to tag it properly. And yeah, hope you're doing well. Um, and I again want to mention, I think everyone who has made audios about comforting other people and stuff like this, thanks a lot, because it does help. It's weird, but it does help, because it's weird because I think you'd think, oh, it's just an audio, it's just someone pretending to care for you. How does it matter? But I think I think of it like this, where what kind of person would do this? Why would someone do this? And I think the answer is because to a degree they wanted it, and they understand what kind of person would want this. I think it's a back and forth of giving and taking, right? This is why I started doing this. And yeah, I still think about sometimes that I haven't done the Pride and Prejudice thing for quite a long time. I do plan to do it again, but things have been going left and right. So anyways, I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure when I'll post this, but hopefully soon. Anyways, I'll see you later, and hope you're doing well. Bye bye.